Good morning, First St. Paul. Welcome to the First St. Paul AME Church Black History Program. Black History Month is a time to celebrate and recognize the history of African Americans and their contributions to the United States. Historian Carter G. Woodson and the Association for Study of Negro Life and History designated the second week in February as Negro History Week in 1926. Black History Month first took place in 1970 at Kent State and in 1976. President Gerald Ford recognized February as Black History Month.
We will celebrate our history through song, dance, and word. We will begin with a poem, Miss Anaya Long. We will recite Hey Black Child by Eugenia Eugene Perkins.
Hey black child, do you know who you are, who you really are? Do you know you can be what you want to be if you try to be what you can be? Hey black child, do you know where you're going, where you're really going? Do you know you can learn what you want to learn if you try to learn what you can learn? Hey black child, do you know you are strong? I mean really strong. Do you know you can do what you want to do if you try to do what you can do? Hey black child, be what you can be. Learn what you must learn. Do what you can do. And tomorrow your nation will be what you want it to be.
Wasn't that great? Next, our young man will perform an African drum dance.
Zoom out for that.
Now we gonna hear a poem by Dr. Darius Green, aka the Maestro. In the Morning by Paul Lawrence Dunbar.
He didn't mean to say that. All right, y'all, this is a poem called In the Morning. Y'all just ain't gonna let that go. In the Morning by Paul Lawrence Dunbar. And I'm going to recite it or read it in what they called at the time Black or Negro dialect. This poem is a scene with a mother, actually, and her child as she's trying to get him up in the morning. Something a lot of y'all, I'm sure, have been through. All right. Let me get into character. Lies! Bless the Lord. Don't you know the days are long? If you don't get up, you scamp. There'll be trouble in this here camp. Think I gonna let you sleep while I make sure bold and keep? Well, that's a pretty hard to do. Don't you have me lies you? Bet if I come across this floor, you won't find no time in the snow. Daylight all a shining in while you sleep. Boy, it's a sin. Ain't the candlelight enough to burn out without a snuff? But you go the morning too. Burn it up the daylight through. Lies! Don't you hear me when I call? No, you turning this here wall. I can hear that mattress squeak. Don't you hear me when I speak? This a clock done struck on 6. Caroline, bring me them there sticks. Oh, you down, sir? Oh, you down? Look here. Don't you dare to frown. March yourself and wash your face. Don't you splat all over the place. I got something else to do. Size cleaning after you. Take that comb and fix your head. Looks just like a feather bed. Look here, boy. I let you see. You shouldn't roll your eyes at me. Come here. Bring me that death strap. Boy, I'll whoop you 12 you drag. You done felt yourself too strong. And you surely got me wrong. Sit down at that table there. Just you whimper if you dare. Every morning on this place seems like I must lose my grace. Fold your hands and bow your head. Wait until this blessing said. Lord, have mercy on our souls. Don't you dare touch them robes. Bless this food that we want to eat. You sat still. I see your feet. You just try that trick again. Getting us peace and joy. Amen.
Thank you, Uncle D. Or should I say Dr. Uncle D. Paul Lawrence Dunbar was the first important African-American songwriter. Much of his work was written in the Negro dialect.
We will now have a selection by the youth choir.
a Negro spiritual that not only speaks of freedom from slavery, but also freedom in life after death.
We now invite Miss Deborah Harmon to share with us a history of the AME Church.
That was Dr. DiMaggio. Michael Barber, in African Methodist Episcopal Church, 1794 to present, tells of the start of the AME Church. W.E.B. Du Bois considered the African Methodist Episcopal Church as a social center of astonishing efficiency, where the poor and ostracized met in human sympathy, mutual charity, and encouragement to fight the battle of life. Richard Allen, Absalom Jones, and others walked out of St. George's Methodist Episcopal Church when the discrimination against the African members escalated, and they were pulled from their knees while praying. They walked out and formed the Free African Society, which evolved into the African Methodist Episcopal Church. Allen wanted to remain Methodist because he felt the structure of the church was very easy for his people to understand. The white Methodists wanted to use their ties with Allen and the Free African Society to create a system of checks and balances between white authorities and black power. In 1807, Richard Allen sued the Methodist Conference for the right to govern themselves. In 1814, the second lawsuit resulted in the affirmation of the 1807 supplement and Richard Allen's right to self-determination as a pastor. Richard Allen stressed social justice as the unifying and driving force of our church. In 1815, the property Allen was using as a church, a blacksmith shop, was technically property of the Methodist Church. So they put it up for auction without telling Richard Allen, as a continued effort to control the blacks. Richard Allen, who was once a slave, won the auction, buying back the church building on behalf of the community for $9,600. Yeah, it's not smart enough yet. Following Allen's lead, other black Methodists started churches. These churches evolved into a new denomination, the African Methodist Episcopal Church, and Richard Allen was ordained as the first black bishop in the Western world. Bethel AME Church sits on the property Allen purchased and is the oldest black-owned property in the United States. In 1851, the Christian Recorder, a weekly publication, was established. The church believed in educational development, establishing literary publications, and schools. The church continues its mission as a ministry that seeks out the oppressed and those in need, spreading the gospel of liberation in the spirit of social justice present from its roots, the African Methodist Episcopal Church.
Thank you, Ms. Harmon. We're so grateful to be a part of the AME Church and to be a part of history. May First St. Paul AME Church continue to uplift, teach, and support our people, as well as embody Black excellence all year long.
Let us now introduce famous African American people that paved the way for us.
Ava is Angela Davis, an African American educator and activist.
Hi, I'm Alice Parker, and I was born in 1895, and I was born in the city in Morristown, New Jersey. She graduated from Howard School University, and she made a heating furnace, gas. That's it. Hi, my name is Catherine Johnson. I was born August 26, 1918, passed away February 24th, 2020. I was a mathematician and I worked for NASA. My name is Catherine Johnston. I help NASA take people to space, and I am a mathematician. I was a full African American judge or a Supreme Court. I am Doug Marshall. I am Goofy Prince. In 2016, I knelt during the national anthem. Who am I? I am Cora Kaepernick. Hi, I am Harry Boy. I was born in 1802. I was slavery for 18 years of my life. I worked at Salt Work Company because I wanted freedom. I had enough money to earn freedom, and when I earned freedom, I had work, and I was working at this store, and a person came in drunk, and he started falling on all our tough. That's when I started making countertop and bed reels. I am dancer, ballerina. Mitty Copeland. I am Dominique Dogs. I was the first person to get a gold medal in gymnastics. Martin Luther King Jr. was born in 1921. 1929 on 15, January 15. In 1921, in 1929, go back to Georgia, the freedom win, the free at last. Free at last, thank God Almighty.
Hello, my name is Bryson, and I chose George Washington Carver as my person. I am going to stand and give you a bunch of facts that I know about him. George Washington Carver was born into slavery in Missouri. He was the first African American to earn a bachelor's degree. Carver remained at Tuskegee Institute for the remainder of his life. Carver encouragement of crop rotations improved soil conditions. I want to tell you why I chose this man. He simply used what he had to make our world a better place. I would like to do the same in this world. I want to be just like him when I grow up. He made me the person that I am today.
Beautiful.
Yeah, they did great.
Miss Yvonne Vergery will now recite the poem, Lord, Why Did You Make Me Black by Runette Mia Eba.
Lord, why did you make me black? Lord, Lord, why did you make me black? Why did you make me someone the world wants to hold back? Black is the color of dirty clothes, the color of grimy hands and feet. Black is the color of darkness, the color of tired, beaten streets. Why did you give me thick lips, a broad nose and kinky hair? Why did you make me someone who receives the hatred stare? Black is the color of bruised eye when someone gets hurt. Black is the color of darkness. Black is the color of dirt. How come my bone structure is so thick? My hips and cheeks are high. How come my eyes are brown and not the color of the daylight sky? Why do people think I'm useless? How come I feel so used? Why do some people see my skin and think I should be abused? Lord, I just don't understand. What is it about my skin? Why do some people want to hate me and not know the person within? Black is what people are listed when others want to keep them away.
Black is the color of shadows cast. Black is the end of the day. Lord, you know my own people mistreat me. And I know this just ain't right. They don't like my hair or the way I look. They say I'm too dark or too light. Lord, don't you think it's time for you to make a change? Why don't you redo creation and make everyone the same? God answered, why did I make you black? Why did I make you black? Get off your knees and look around. Tell me, what do you see? I didn't make you in the image of darkness. I made you in the likeness of me. I made you the color of coal from which the beautiful diamonds are formed. I made you the color of oil, the black gold that keeps people warm. I made you from the rich dark earth that can grow the food you need. Your color is the same as the panther's, known for her beauty and speed. Your color is the same as the black stallion, a majestic animal is he. I didn't make you in the image of darkness. I made you in the likeness of me. All the colors of the heavenly rainbow can be found throughout every nation. And when all those colors were blended well, you became my greatest creation. Your hair is the texture of lamb's wool. Such a humble little creature is he. I am the shepherd who watches them. I am the one who will watch over thee. You are the color of the midnight sky. I put the stars glitter in your eyes. There's a smile hidden behind your pain. That's the reason your cheeks are high. You are the color of dark clouds formed when I send my strongest weather. I made your lips full so when you kiss the one you love, they will remember. Your stature is strong. Your bone structure thick to withstand the burdens of time. The reflection you see in the mirror, the image looking back at you, is mine.
Don't you just love that poem? I know I did. I love how this poem takes all the possible negatives associated with being black and turns them into a positive. Let us all be reminded of this one part. I didn't make you in the image of darkness. I made you in the likeness of me. In the past, we were made to feel less than, made to feel inferior, but we are not and never were. God made us in the likeness of him.
Next, our young ladies will perform a dance by Kaliko Jina by Saudi Soul, featuring Red for the chorus.
Ana Sinakuomba Mungu uwasamehe, wangalijua jinsi unavyonipenda.
They do a great job. They did so amazing. You guys should have saw them in the back. They were so excited to perform for you all. This song was sung in Swahili. Kuliko Jana means more than yesterday. I want to share the English translation to the words that you've just heard as the girls were dancing. The Lord is my Savior, and He is my leader. He loves me today even more than yesterday. His blessings are unending. He is not like man to change. He loves me today more than yesterday. Forgive them, God, I pray. If they knew how you loved me, they'd be quiet. To my opposers, I pray. For long life, that they may see you, your blessing to me. More than yesterday, more than yesterday. Jesus loved me today. More than yesterday, more than yesterday. Jesus loved me today. Jesus loved me today more than yesterday.
Alright, this song is so powerful. At this time, we would like to open the floor to anyone that would like to share your experience with racism, segregation, integration, the civil rights movement, or simply just experience being black. It is our desire that our children will see that their history, our history, goes beyond the history books. This history in this room, your story, your experience is black history. Is there anyone that would like to share? Nope. Alright. You, yeah.
No.
I'm doing this for Kiara. I really didn't know I was gonna stand up, but I did.
Thank you, Grandma.
As I was growing up as a child, well, everybody that knows us know where we live. Okay, so we lived there growing up. And we went to Bruce Street School. And it was, the white school is where Lithonia Middle School is now. So we had to get the white folks' books to learn. When they finished the books, they would give them to us. We never got new books. And when we were growing up, we would go to town, and it was a drugstore there. It was, I think it was called Rexall Drugstore. Okay, good. Yeah, okay. So we could go in there, and they have a little section over there where you could go over there and buy what you want to drink after school and sit down at the tables and have fun and read your books that are there. The black folks could do it. If we go in, we would have to buy our stuff and come out. We could not sit in there. And Mr. Lucius Sanders, which I'm sure everybody's familiar with him, he started a protest for the way they was treating the black kids. And rather than them let us start coming in there, they just closed the section in the drugstore. So I experienced some things, but not as much as some people. And I know when my mom sometime would, around Easter, we would catch the Greyhound bus and go downtown. And then it was, what's the name of that store, Kathy? Carol, was it downtown? Woolworth. Yeah, Woolworth. Yeah. Okay, we were always going there, and we experienced the things that the white people was experiencing. But anyway, God took that from me, and we all grew up doing that age. And that's about it.
I hadn't even thought about this, but I was raised in Savannah, Georgia, and we used to go to the Chatham County Health Department to get your shots and that kind of thing. And I distinctly remember as a young child, they had a water fountain that said color and white. And it was so interesting. I would tell people years later, as I was working at that health department, I said, yeah, I used to come here when I was little, and I couldn't drink out of these water fountains. I had to drink out the one for the colored people and not the one for the white people. But it came full circle because I was working there when I realized, I said, my, look at this change. But yeah.
Sister Deborah reminded me of some things. I'm a bit younger than she and Diane, but even at that stage in our lives, when we had an accident at school, you guys need to know, injured my knee trying to play football, because in those days we played every sport because we played outside. Took me to the doctor, but guess what? The doctor had a black side and a white side, even then when I was in the 6th grade. And did they take me to a room to even stitch my knee? No, they did not. So at that point in time, I said to myself, young people, I will never treat my patients this way, and made up in my mind that I would become a physician myself and take care of people properly and with dignity and with respect. So you too can do anything you want to do.
And I just wanted to share this idea for this segment of the program came from a paper that I had to write. I was working on my specialist. A paper that I had to write on my different identities. My identity as a black person, my identity as a woman, my identity as a Christian. And so I called my grandma. I talked to my daddy. I just wanted to kind of dig back and see, what it was like for them. Did y'all personally know any slaves, that kind of thing? And so the conversations that I had with them was so interesting, and I had never heard them. And I think what struck me as a young person is that, to me, they're not that old. So the fact that that stuff was going on for them, it just clicked. It wasn't that long ago. The stuff that I learned about in school that seemed like such a distant, just something they were making me learn. I know it's important, but it was something they were making me learn. My own people actually experienced that. And so I just wanted for our young people to also make that connection that it's not just something that we're reading about. These are not just figures that we get up and talk about once a year. This is our history. This is who we are. And I'm not going to be long-winded, I'm almost done. But when I was in elementary school, Mom, I think it was 1993 that we went to kindergarten. We were in Conyers, so we went to a white school. So it was always common in our classes for us to be the only, black kids. So the thing was, when we got home for a new school year, how many black kids are in your class? Oh, Mom, it's just me and another boy or something like that. So like my grandma said in 1993, I don't know if Mama remembers this, but I came home one day and I was so sad from kindergarten, and I told them that I wanted to be white. And my daddy, you remember Mama? And my daddy actually in high school helped to, I don't know if it's a help, but his class integrated Rockdale County High School, Heritage High School, I'm sorry. They integrated Heritage, so my dad has his own, type of feelings because of what he faced when he did enter a white school. So that sticks out to me because that was a struggle that I had my whole life. I have always, quote unquote, talked white. And I've resented hearing that. I didn't really understand what that meant, but what I internalized that to be as a young girl was that I'm not black enough. I never really felt like I totally fit in with black people because I prefer country music over rap. You know what I'm saying? And I talk a different way, I guess. But now as a woman, and as I've learned more, I've come to see that there are different types of black. We're all different. We shouldn't all be expected to be the same. What you consider to be your identity as an African American doesn't have to be my identity or my experience. And I actually spent the first 8 years of my career teaching at a white school. And for the last 4 years, I've been teaching at all black schools. That was a culture shock to me. I've never attended a black school. I've never been around so many black people in my life. And so for me growing up, my comfort zone was around white people. For my sister, we grew up the same, but we had different memories of our experiences. And so where she was comfortable working at these black schools, it was such a culture shock to me, y'all. I was kind of scared. I felt uncomfortable. I told her, I think the kids are gonna make fun of me and the way I talk. So I just learned a lot through my transition. I walked into Stone Mountain High School and I saw so many people with natural hair. I would never wear my natural hair at Northside High School in Columbus, Georgia, because to me, it looked like my hair wasn't done. And I know a lot of things that I'm saying is like, oh my gosh, but these are my thoughts, these are my feelings. And so I just hope that all of our young people, no matter what your situation or what your journey, I hope that you come to a place as I finally come where you really can accept who you are, how you talk, the way you look, however you choose to wear your hair, because blackness is greatness, no matter what anybody tries to tell you. If you talk white, like I tell my students, they did tell me I talk white. And I said, well, what does that mean? Well, you talk really proper. I said, oh, so black people can't talk proper. Black people aren't educated. Don't believe the lie that you've been told. We know just as much. We're just as intelligent. We can do exactly what they do. And when you make those statements, you yourself are admitting that you are inferior, that you're not as smart as them, that you cannot speak like them. So again, just like I tell my students, we're great, and we need to walk in that greatness every day of the year. We're not going to be proud just during Black History Month. We're going to be proud 365 days of the year because we are great.
Has informed me to be free. I'm not going to be long though. But my daughter Cheryl, who just spoke, she was talking about the positions. She didn't say that she had to be born in the hallway. We couldn't. Naturally, we went in the back door, naturally, and they said they didn't have a room in the room to put us, so we had to be in the hallway. But anyway, she was born. But anyway, I just want to say my story. I came up with my mom working in the field. I didn't pick that cotton. I couldn't pick that cotton. It was too light. But I picked peas, cut okra, and all the other things. But anyway, my daddy was a self-made carpenter. He laid bricks in Cairo, Georgia for the, we'll say the courthouse. The other place across the street was the postal system. He built houses all over. The most important thing, he helped build the church that still stands now in Cairo, Georgia. Bethlehem AME Church. He helped do that. And my mom was you say homemaker? She did it all. And I'm sure some of your parents did the same. My mom crocheted. She made us clothes out of those flour sacks that you got flour in. She made us, and she preserved every you might say fruit that we grew and could find. She made jellies, and I came behind her making jellies and all of that. But anyway, she baked, and she, I took that after her, and I'm trying to pass that on. But anyway, I told you it took me a long time to say all the things that important to me, so when I put it up, and I give you the signal. But anyway, I came up. I didn't know that I would be in the place to go to the place that I have attended and all over that. I can't tell you all of that either. But anyway, I taught school 31 years. And my students were fine. You taught some of my children. I taught Teresa, Tuna, and Cheryl. Did I teach Harold? But anyway, and all of them got a chance to go home to try to better themselves. You understand what I'm saying? And it was, we did it with the help of God. You know, He was first in our lives, and it's important that they go to church, and that's why you find them here now every Sunday, and that's because they were brought up in the church, and we demanded that in a sense. We didn't have to tell them get up and clean the cover. But anyway, she said this is enough now. But anyway, I praise God for the trip up the road that I have traveled and still traveling. And I thank God that I will continue to inspire my grandchildren and others that I walk by daily. Thank you very much.
I would just like to say thank you to everyone that shared their experiences with us. We appreciate your openness and your willingness to share your history. As we conclude this program, we hope that you will walk away with a deeper understanding of and appreciation for your history. You are Black history. When it is time for you to leave this earth, what will the young people get up and say about you? What will your contribution be? Let us all live our life in such a way that we glorify God in everything that we do and demonstrate the greatness of our people.
We would like to thank Kiara Keith and Kendra Parks for organizing this Black History Weekend. The shirts look good. We had a blast at the movie night last night, and the program was awesome. We also want to thank those who volunteered their time and donated funds to help this weekend happen. We have refreshments ready for you in the back. A special thanks to Miss Tawana Vicks and Miss Chris Williams for organizing this meal.
At this time, we would like to invite Reverend Crawford to give closing remarks and bless the food.
Give God a hand clap for all of the wonderful things that we're seeing. And again, the organizers. Come on. K&K, thank you all. Amen. Give God a hand clap for them again. They did wonderful work. Thank you all. And for the wonderful children who come over and over again, I pray that you all take the experiences with you. It will make a difference in the future. How you feel about yourself, what you think about yourself. And one of the greatest gifts you all given is the ability to speak in public. You need to expose yourself. If you can speak in the church house, you can speak in the White House, the State House, Capitol House, anybody's house. Y'all get God. So thank God for that. Thank God for those MCs with us. And thank God for Dr. Darius, amen. Amen. But thank God for all of you. And thank God for those who shared their once experiences. And it just tells us then that we are not far from the experience of racism. It's still with us. And there's much more work to be done. And the only way it changes that we have to change it, and we have to make those sacrifices. So I thank God for all of you who are on your way to making more sacrifices that we can see, quote, a perfect union, end quote. God bless you. Now let's stand and prepare to go home. Give us something, God. Give us something.
I don't feel no place come too far from where I started from. Nobody told me the road would be easy, and I don't believe he brought me this far to leave me.
Now, God, I give you thanks, I give you praise. God bless those who had those wonderful children on this day. Bless Kiara and Kendra, God, as they go forward in their careers. Bless the children, God, who participate, the parents that brings them, and all others who have given their words of encouragement. Now, God, we step down from this place, be with us. Bless the food that we're about to partake in your name. In Jesus' name we pray.